we're going to warm up with a few postural stretches before we begin our level 4 cardio burst. So I'd like you to grab your foam roller for our first foam rolling exercise. You can bring it above your knees, forearms down, and we're going to walk forward and back, getting into the fascia of the thighs. You can go all the way up to the groin area, and you'll get into those hip flexors as well. Breathing into that. Keep breathing, walking forward and back, opening up the quadriceps here. Inhale and exhale. Keep going. Inhale and exhale. And one more breath. Inhale and exhale. Find a spot that's sticky, and we're going to do some double leg kicks. So a spot that is a little painful, brace your abs, kick one heel to the butt, kick, kick, and switch, kick, kick, and switch, kick, kick, and switch, kick, kick, and switch. Keep going, kick, kick, and switch, kick, kick, and switch. One more, kick, kick, switch, kick, kick, switch. Let's make our way up to stand, bringing our dominant arm into a T on the wall, twisting away from it. Soft bend in the knees, legs hip distance apart. Hold. Inhale 1, breathe. Exhale 1. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Inhale 3. Exhale 3, turning to face the wall. And let's continue. And inhale 1, breathe. Exhale 1. Inhale 2. Exhale 2, getting into that non-dominant arm. Inhale 3. Exhale 3, and we'll step away from the wall. Let's set up our stair stepper. In level 4, we're going to have one of those risers under our steps. Option, if you get shin splints, to wear sneakers. I'm going to wear sneakers for this set. But if you have no issues with shin splints or plantar fasciitis or diabetes, then feel free to just wear toe socks for grip purposes. We're going to bring our red loop band around our outer thighs and our blue loop band around our wrists. Now, with the blue loop band around your wrists, if you are working on a regular stair, like in a home, a staircase, you'll do one side and then the other. And I'll tell you when to switch sides. So let's just stay on one side. You'll go up and down. If you have a stair stepper or box that you're using, you can go up and over like I'm doing. So up and over. But if you're on a stair, it looks like this. You're just going down and up. Okay? So let's do the variation that you're able to do with what you have in your space. Arms lift up. I inhale as I go up and over the box. I exhale as I come down. Same breathing if you're using a staircase. And if you're on a staircase, turn around. If you're on the stair stepper, just stay on the side you're on because you're going up and over each side, so you don't need to switch sides. Keep breathing. 50% effort here, just learning the exercise, familiarizing yourself. Let's go on to our next exercise. We need our 5-pound weight. And we're going to lift it up in line with the chest as we turn in the transverse plane, keeping the red loop band around our thighs. So it looks like this. I go up and over, and then up and over. And my leading leg switches each time. So it's the leg that's closest to the box or stair that goes up first each time. So you're at 12 o'clock when you're standing profile to me. When you're standing straight onto me on your stair or your box. But when you're profile to me, you're at 9 or 3 o'clock. Easy up and around stair stepper exercise just to practice balance in the transverse plane where 90% of injuries occur. And that weight we can lower and lift, taking it to a little lower than chest height. Now, if you feel pain in the front of the shoulders as you take the arms up and down, then just hold that weight at your chest as we did in level 3. Okay, so listen to your body. That's our second exercise. Our final exercise, we need our green loop band, and we'll keep this 5-pound weight. Hold the weight in your dominant hand first and bring your wrist through the green band. You'll pull out on it at the top. You'll be doing scaption lifts as we just did in the transverse plane, but now we have this added resistance as we pull out. We feel that outward pull. And what I'd like you to do is, my left arm's loaded because I'm left-handed, which means my right leg will be my leading leg. So I'll go up, right, left. I'll go down, right, left. So the opposite leg of the arm that has the weight is going up and down first. So if you're right-handed, you should be going up, left, right, down, left, right. So opposite leg leads. So watch me. I'm using my left hand now, and that means my right foot goes up, then my left, my right foot goes down, then my left. So I'll remind you of this as we're working, and during our sets, we'll stay on one side for a full set, and then we'll switch sides. So there's always going to be one side that feels a little more uncomfortable. Make sure your legs are perfectly parallel. Please do not work with turned out legs. It's going to bother the knees, and we don't want that. Okay, we're going to set up for our first set in the frontal plane. That was our up and over, or up and down in the case of stairs. So please don't switch sides in the middle. We'll switch sides on the second set. So blue loop band around the wrist for your up and over. Looks like this. I'm going to count you in. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 100% effort. First set in the frontal plane. Level 4 stair stepper. We have 30-second breaks in between. Getting our heart rate up, conditioning it for stress management and anxiety. So as you go up and over, make sure there's a soft bend in the knees, that you're not on your toes, that your feet are solidly planted, that your legs are perfectly parallel. The band's there to remind you to feel the outer chain of the legs too, so that we don't get any rolling in or pronation of the feet, which is very prominent with lordosis, and this happens due to the added weight during pregnancy. Keep going. Hang in there. Give me 100% effort. You have 10 seconds. Push yourself. I'm going to count you down. When we get to 5, 4, keep going. 3, 2, 1. Take your break. You've got 30 seconds. We're going to repeat this exercise. If you're using a staircase, you're going to turn around so that your leading leg is different when you step up. If you're on a Stairmaster or box, or a stair stepper or box, same side is fine because you're going up and over. Okay, so we've got another 10 seconds. You can get water. Don't sit down. Take a stretch if you need it. I'm going to count you in. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 100% effort. Full minute on the clock. Frontal plane. Cardio burst. Stay low in the legs. Soft bend in the knees. Nice parallel legs. Push yourself. How hard can you go? How hard can you go without bothering any of the joints? So as I pull out on that band, as I take it overhead, I keep my shoulders plugged down. I watch out for pushing my rib cage forward. I imagine hands on my shoulder blades, puffing the back ribs towards those hands. I watch out for my chin dropping. I keep my chin lifted, and I keep my gaze always higher than eye level so that my neck flexors, which are typically weak, are working. Remember my hands on your shoulder blades. Keep puffing the back ribs towards them, engaging the upper back. Are you lifting up in your legs and locking your knees each time? Try to not do that. Keep your knees soft every time you step onto the box. Inhale as you go up. Exhale as you come down. Go at a tempo that you can maintain, but that is getting your heart rate up. Counting you down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your 30-second break. As you're doing it, don't do the exercise with me. I'm just going to remind you, we need our 5-pound weight. In the transverse plane, that weight lowers and lifts as we go up and over. Do not do the exercise. You need this recovery time. Just watch. Here's your reminder. And I'm going to count you in. I'm going to pause for a second, give myself a break, and here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. First set in the transverse plane. You're going to give me 100% effort. Push yourself up and over. This is a great one for injury prevention. As you're getting reacquainted with your postnatal body and the balance issues that can arise as you lose that weight and gain the muscular tonality that you so desire. So just make sure you're pressing through all edges of the feet. that you're breathing. Hang in there. Great work. Counting you down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your break. You got 30 seconds, and then we're going to repeat this exercise. Full minute, 100% effort in the transverse plane. 20 more seconds. Grab some water. Take a stretch if you need it. Just don't sit down. 10 seconds. And here we are, counting you in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go, 100% effort. Take it up and over. Up and over. Inhale as you go up. Exhale as you come down. Shoulders plugged down. Even as you go up and down, don't let that chin lift and lower. Keep your gaze, find focal points as you turn, something to look at that's higher than eye level. And every time as you turn to one side, keep your focus up. Find some mark to look at. Keep going. You're doing great. You're halfway there. 30 more seconds. How hard can you push yourself? Using your breath, listening to your body, fighting for good form. Just 15 seconds. You're going strong. Push yourself. 10 seconds. This is for your stress management, counting you down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your 30-second break. While you're taking your break, I want to remind you of our final exercise. So I have the green loop band around my wrists. I hold onto my 5-pound weight with my dominant hand, which means the opposite leg. So I'm left-handed. My right leg goes up. My left leg goes up. My right leg goes down. My left leg goes down. So the opposite leg is leading both up and down of the weighted arm. Okay, hold the weight in your dominant hand, and here we go. Counting you in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 100% effort. Please give me all you got. We only have 2 more minutes of bursting, and you're doing the bare minimum, well, somewhere in between. As I've mentioned before, the National Heart Association recommends a 3-minute warm-up, which we did, and somewhere between 4 to 8 100% effort bursts with a cool down, and you've got your stretching after this. So you're getting it in today. Mark your calendar for 2 more of these, and you will do what you'll be doing 6. So you're right in between what they recommend for your heart health. And we've been lowering the time in between, which conditions the heart rate. So somewhere between 15 to 20 seconds, all the way to a minute is what's recommended for the recovery time. So you're all the way down to 30 seconds. It's really, really good for your heart health to spike it and to get back down to resting and to spike it. Counting you down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 30-second break. Take it. Final 30-second break. Remember to switch the weight in your hand and switch your leading leg. So now my right hand holds the weight. I'm going to go left, right, up, left, right, down, left, right. So if you're right-handed, you're doing the opposite. Just make sure you know which hand to hold the weight in and which leg is leading both up and down. Okay, counting you in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Give me 100% effort. All you got. Push yourself. You've got this. Really give it all you got. Using that breath. How hard can you go? And if weight loss is a goal, I can't say this enough, it is a hugely successful tool for weight loss. Have water with you every meal. You're not allowed to eat more than 10 bites of food without having 10 sips of water following it up. You're going to get full quicker. You're going to learn portion control, cutting your portion size down tremendously, and getting to your goal weight, whether you were there prior to pregnancy or not. It's time that you get there and feel healthy so that you can keep up with your baby and toddler to be. All right, keep going. This is your time. Give it all you got. Counting you down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Let's come over to the wall. We'll begin with a pec minor stretch, bringing our dominant arm into a cactus. You'll twist away from this arm, leaning forward slightly, but still bracing your abdominals, keeping a neutral pelvis. Subtle twist away from the wall. stepping the same leg, same side of the body as the arm on the wall back. Keep your pelvis profile to the wall, while your torso will do a subtle twist away. You can lean forward a little bit to get deeper into the front of the shoulder and chest while we stretch out the calf muscle here. We're breathing, inhaling laterally into the side body, pulling the belly in towards the spine, and lifting in and up on those muscles that stop your stream of pee to condition your transverse abdominis. Bracing those abdominals, we exhale. Again, inhale laterally, 2, 3, 4, belly in, hold it in, tug in and up on the muscles that stop your stream of pee, contract them, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Slowly turning around, switching sides, setting up for your upper body stretch, stepping the same leg as the arm on the wall back slowly. Deep bend in the front knee, equal pressure between the toes, focus of the eyes up higher than eye level. Pelvis is profile to the wall, torso is subtly twisting away, leaning forward, opening up the shoulder, chest. Let's breathe together. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Belly towards the spine, lift in and up on the muscles that stop your stream of pee. Contract and exhale. Again, inhale, 2, 3, 4. Belly in, tug up on the muscles that stop your stream of pee. Sustain that Darth Vader breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Belly towards the spine. Contract, lifting in and up on the muscles that stop your stream of pee. Fog a mirror with that exhale. Slowly turning back to center. Take a moment to grab a chair. If the chair is a little short or tall for you, grab a yoga block or bolster. My chair is a little tall for me, so I place the yoga block under my front foot so it's solidly on the ground. My dominant leg goes back first. I come into a supported chair psoas stretch, opening up the back leg's hip flexors. Again, take the same arm as my back leg up in the air to shoulder flexion, plugging my shoulders down, chin up, gaze soft. From here, subtle lateral flexion, bending towards the top of the chair, plugging the shoulders down, watching out for leaning forward, but instead a subtle arch back. Chin lifted, gaze soft. And if side bending here, even in this subtle bend, is too much, just stay lifted through your abdominals, kegling, and keep the outside arm up in shoulder flexion, holding it there. Deep breaths. Keep breathing here. Again, inhale, 2, 3, 4, belly to spine, Kegel, sustain it, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, Kegel, sustain it for the duration of your. One more, inhale, 2, 3, 4, Kegel, sustain it, and ocean breath. Turning around, taking it to the other side, chair psoas stretch. Postural important stretch as you are recovering postnatally. Hold it here. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, Kegel, sustain, and ocean breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, shoulders plugged down, Darth Vader. Keep going with that breath. Keep your chin lifted, gaze soft, eyes higher than eye level. Imagine my hands hovering from your shoulder blades. Puff your back ribs towards my hands, engaging the upper back. Press heavily through the front foot on the inner and outer edge, heel and toes. Make sure that the back leg's foot is not solidly planted, that the heel is up and you're just on the metatarsals. One more breath here. Setting the chair to the side. Picking up our foam roller, coming into a forearm plank to roll out the front of our thighs. Legs can be hip distance apart if you have knee or back issues, together if not. Point your toes as you're rolling, unless you had flat back posture prior, and you can dorsiflex your feet as you're rolling in this case. So plantar flexion is pointing, looks like this. Dorsiflexion is flexing the toes towards the face, looks like this. Everybody should be plantar flexing unless you are certain you had flat back posture prior to pregnancy. Keep going here. Give me 20 more seconds rolling out that tight fascia. breathing into it. Beautiful. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, Kegel, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Don't lose the lift of the Kegel, so sustain the Kegel for the duration of your exhale. Let's now rise up onto our knees, and we'll grab our black Theraband, taking it behind our shoulder blades and under our armpits, wrapping it around the knuckles. I'm going to come profile to you for thigh stretch so you see what's happening. So we're going to create a diagonal from the knees out through the crown of the head. Just watch for the first set. I'm going to inhale. I'm going to keep a neutral pelvis somewhere between rounding and arching, brace my abdominals, hinging back, puffing my back ribs into this band to engage my upper back. So we're not doing the yoga pose where your upper back and your low back arch. We're creating a diagonal to stretch out the top of the thighs. Let's do it together. Inhale at the top, no movement except feeling as if the pelvis is being pulled towards the knees. Exhale, let your inner thighs pull you back into your thigh stretch. Hold it here. Inhale 1, breathe. Exhale 1. And inhale back up to center. Now, if you do have knee or back issues, keep your knees hip distance apart. And they can be a little closer. They shouldn't be all the way together. No matter what, there should be some space. Hip distance apart is ideal. Let's hold. Here we go. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, hinging back. Hold it back. Inhale 1, breathe. Exhale, let the inner thighs pull you back a little more. And inhale, pelvis grounds down towards the knees as you come up. Let's hold for 2 breaths. Exhale, let your inner thighs pull you back. Hold. Inhale, pelvis grounds down. Exhale, inner thighs pull back as you turn your head right and left, right and left. Inhale, pelvis grounds down, staying down. Exhale, inner thighs pull you a little deeper back. And we turn our head. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, center, all the way back up, standing on the knees. Grab a trigger ball. If you don't have a trigger ball, you can always use your foam roller. Trigger ball would be a lacrosse ball, tennis ball. Also grab your small anti-burst ball to place under the side of the head. Start with your dominant leg as your top leg stacked, and it will drop over, rolling out the posterior tibialis, which is located here. I'll show you where it is. Get into that fascia. Right around the knee can be pretty sensitive if you've had any tracking issues. And with the new load, the increased load from giving birth, there's definitely shifts in your balance in your body, and the knees can take a lot of that on. So we want to reset them. So rolling that posterior tibialis area out, getting into that, and breathing. Now, if you feel like you've gotten that, you can go above the knee, right above the knee medially in this area, in this pocket, and dig into that area. Breathing, being as aggressive as you can to really get some of those knots out. Just another 15 seconds here. Really dig in, push into that. Circular motions back and forth, or just pressure down. Make sure you're breathing. Your abs are still pulling in towards your spine. From here, option to stay where you are. You can go back to the posterior tibialis, stay above the knee, or you can go to the posterior delts. This divot between the tricep and delts, you're going to go around that fascia in the tricep and delt area. So it's your bottom arm that you'll be rolling. So plug your shoulders down. Try to not lean back too much. Stay stacked. That'll apply a lot of pressure. Your arm can reach forward and back, forward and back. So play around with that. Really allowing yourself to do circular motions. I find that just forward and back, getting into that fascia, there's a lot of tight knots there. So I'm going to breathe into that. And again, you can stay in one area. You don't have to hit an area that doesn't feel like it needs it. So we've hit 3 areas rolling. And you can do this against a wall when you're doing the upper body with your roller or ball if side lying is too much pressure. So you can stand. I'll stand up and show you against the wall. Roll it out. Our final spot, I'll show you standing, but you can do it side lying if you'd like, is our lat, which attaches under the armpit. So you can raise your arm up and down like you would in a classroom. It's posteriorly, which means behind and under the armpit. And you'll get into that pocket. You can do it side lying. If you do it side lying, you may want a yoga block or pillow on your bicep to rest your head. So I'll hop down just to show you real fast. So I showed you on the wall. Now I'll show you on the floor with the roller. And the trigger ball, obviously, you put right in that pocket as well. So digging into that area, really getting those knots out, breathing. We'll be here for another 20 seconds. Hang in there. Push yourself through it. So maybe the lats don't need as much attention as the posterior delts, or maybe the posterior tibialis is where you need to direct all your attention, or above the knee, which can help alleviate back and upper knee pain. Couple more breaths. Okay, let's spin around slowly to the other side, starting below the knee with the posterior tibialis. Support your head with that ball, block, or bolster. Breathing here, evening out the body. For some, their non-dominant side will be more sensitive because there's more tracking issues. For others, if you really overuse your dominant side, it can actually have, some very big knots because of overuse. So there's different reasons why one side is tighter than the other. No need to analyze. Let's just get those knots out. Now, if you feel like you've gotten the posterior tibialis, you can move above the knee medially, or you can stay with the posterior tibialis. Listen to your body. Only you know what you need right now. Keep breathing. Keep rolling. Again, you could have the roller and do this, trigger ball, tennis ball, lacrosse ball is what I'm using as a trigger ball. Now, if you want to move to the posterior delt, remember, the tricep posterior delt is your bottom arm. Plug the shoulders down. Watch out for rocking back. Stack your body, your hips, your torso, nice and parallel facing me in a line. If that's too much pressure, come to standing and go against the wall and roll it out from a standing position. Again, the foam roller will work from the standing position or the side lying. If you're using it for the side lying, make sure you have a block. I'll show you under your bicep just to rest the head on. Plug the shoulders down so you can breathe into that. Option to move to the lat. Remember, the lat is attached under the armpit posteriorly. I'll show you. You can get into that fascia standing using the roller or ball, or side lying. And as you do it, you can twist forward and back. Plug the shoulders down. Make sure you're breathing. We don't want to hold the breath. Okay, for our last 30 seconds here, or 15 seconds rather, for our last 15 seconds, let's breathe together. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. One more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Final stretch. Bring your yoga mat by the wall. We're going to do legs up the wall, straight, just to open up those hamstrings after all that strength work. And depending on your posture prior to pregnancy, the hamstrings could be a posturally tight area that needs some attention as well. So once you get the legs up the wall, take one hand under your low back, check out the pelvic position, see if you can neutralize it. So somewhere between rounding and flattening it into the floor and arching, a big mouse hole. So we want that in between position. Make sure you're breathing. Use that breath. And then from here, option to dorsiflex the feet evenly without locking out in the knees. Close your eyes. And let's come back to our TVA breathing to recondition the pelvic floor. Okay, one hand on the rib cage, one hand on the belly. We inhale laterally through the nose or mouth into the side body, expanding it. Our belly is pulled in towards the spine. So we hold the breath. We lift up on the muscles that stop the stream of pee. And now that's an internal lift, like it's a Kegel. You sustain that Kegel and pull in action of your belly for the duration of your exhale. Fog a mirror with it. Again, inhale laterally, belly in, tug in and up on the muscles that stop your stream of pee. Darth Vader. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, contract and sustain. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, contract, sustain it, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Two more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, belly to spine, Kegel, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Last one. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, belly to spine, Kegel, sustain it, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Subtle bend in the knees. Slowly make your way off the wall to a comfortable seated position. Breathing, keeping the abs braced as you do this. Whatever this position is, let's roll our shoulders back, keeping our chin up, gaze higher than eye level for 5 and 4, sitting tall on the top of the sits bones, 3, 2, and 1. Great job.